everyone. Welcome back to the Fire Marshal Files. I'm your host, Deputy Fire Marshal Josh Owens with the City of Lexington. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important but most overlooked items in your home, the smoke alarm. Don't let the size fool you. Smoke alarms are small, quiet, and inexpensive, but when they speak, they could be giving you your only warning before a fire becomes deadly. So let's talk about why smoke alarms are so important and look at some data behind them. At one time, 30 to 40 years ago, you could have as much as 17 to 20 minutes to get out of a fire. But today, that time is down to just 2 to 4 minutes. But why is that, you ask? It's simple. The materials in our homes, the furnitures, the flooring, the fabrics, decorations, everything in our homes now is built out of synthetic and plastic materials. These materials ignite quickly, they burn fast, they burn hot, and they produce a lot of smoke. So because of that, we're getting faster fires, making smoke alarms even more important today than they were even 20 to 30 years ago. So combine that with your open floor plans and the lightweight building materials in our homes, you've got a recipe for disaster. But let's look at some other data. Nearly 3 out of 5 home fire deaths happen in homes where there were no working smoke alarms. The death rate per 1,000 home structure fires is approximately 60% lower in homes that have working smoke alarms than in those that have no alarms or not working alarms. One of the most common reasons that smoke alarms fail to operate, missing or disconnected batteries, or in the cases of hardwired alarms, disconnected alarms. So let me ask you something. Do you have working smoke alarms in your home? And if so, do you have enough smoke alarms? And when was the last time you tested them? So here's what you need to know. Not only do you need a smoke alarm in your home, but you need the correct number of smoke alarms. You need to have a smoke alarm in every bedroom of your home, outside every bedroom, and one on every level of the home, including the basement. Test your smoke alarms once a month. Every alarm has a test button on the front of it. Simply mash the button, and listen for those 3 long beeps. If your smoke alarm doesn't beep, or if it chirps like a bird, that's an indication that something's wrong with your alarm. You could need new batteries, you could need new alarms. Make sure we're replacing those batteries at least once a year or sooner if the batteries start chirping. Replace your smoke alarm every 10 years. Even if it's still working, the sensors inside these alarms start to go bad and they need to be replaced. On the back of every alarm, there's a manufacture date. 10 years from that date, you should replace your alarms. If possible, use interconnected smoke alarms. That way, when one alarm sounds, they all sound. That's going to give you the earliest possible warning, especially if there's a fire in another part of the home. So let me paint a picture for you. It's 2 a.m., you're asleep, and a fire starts somewhere in your home. If you don't have working smoke alarms, there could be several minutes and a lot of fire spread before you're notified that there's a fire. And then when you wake up, if you wake up, the fire could be too large and you could be trapped by thick black smoke and intense heat. But if you've got a smoke alarm in your hallway outside of your bedroom and it's working, it can go off as soon as that smoke reaches it, giving you the earliest possible warning and the quickest time to escape your home. So here's a few more things you need to consider, not just with your smoke alarms. If you have someone hearing impaired in your home, they may not hear the smoke alarm. I know those are loud, but sometimes we just can't hear them. So there are special smoke alarms that have strobe light features and vibrating functions for people that are hard of hearing. For young children who don't often hear the smoke alarm, consider voice-enabled smoke alarms. These could include a child's name or a parent's voice that could help alert them when there's a fire. Never ever disable your smoke alarms when you get nuisance alarms from cooking. Instead, consider using a photoelectric smoke alarm or simply move the smoke alarm a little further from your stove. Always, always, always have a home escape plan. You should have 2 ways out of every room in your home, one being the door, the other being a window if possible. Always sleep with your door closed. According to the Fire Safety Research Institute, rooms with closed doors had an average temperature of less than 100 degrees during fire spread, as opposed to temperatures of over 1,000 degrees in rooms that had open doors. So if you're listening right now, I've got a challenge for you. Before this day is over, I want you to test every smoke alarm in your home. If they need new batteries, replace those batteries. Check the date on the back of your smoke alarm. If they're over 10 years old, make a plan to replace those alarms. And if you don't have enough smoke alarms or no smoke alarms at all, make a plan to fix that today. Smoke alarms can be found at many area retailers, and even many fire departments offer free smoke alarm installation programs. If you're a resident of the City of Lexington here in North Carolina and you need smoke alarms, call our Fire Marshal's office today at 336-248-3933. Leave a message and we'll contact you back and schedule a time to install smoke alarms in your home for free. I know this isn't the flashiest topic. Smoke alarms aren't really exciting until they activate and they're trying to save your life. But they really are the most important piece of equipment in your home. So let's make a habit out of fire safety. Test your smoke alarms monthly. Make it a habit just like changing the air filters. It only takes a few seconds and it could save your life or the lives of a loved one. Thank you for listening once again to the Fire Marshal Files. I'm your host, Josh Owens, the Deputy Fire Marshal here for the City of Lexington, and we're reminding you, stay alert, test your alarms, and always be ready. Until next time, stay fire safe.